Good morning, friends. I know that some of you watching this, it's not morning anymore, but if you listen to my audio podcast, you will know that I like to take that phrase and make it as a restart. So if you're listening to a podcast episode, hi, Paula. I'm doing both Facebook and Instagram, so I'll be looking back and forth. I wanted to I like to use that phrase, good morning, friends. Hey guys, man, Instagram hopping, Facebook, where you at? Oh, hi, Douglas. Okay, we got some Facebook people popping on. Andy, hello, hello. Stephanie, hello. So guys, today we're talking about what happens when the excitement wears off, because it's gonna, am I right? So I recently gave a talk. Hi guys, thanks for hopping on. Paula already, I have this problem too. Don't know where to look. Oh, when you're doing a live stream? Yeah, well, I'm just looking back and forth between Instagram and Facebook. Hi, Geneva. Geneva, is that right? That is a cool name. I like it. And just in case you guys think like, man, Kelsey looks so cute. She's putting forth so much effort. I'm for sure wearing Walmart sweatpants that have holes in them. You just can't see it. Okay, let's be real. Okay, so here's what we're talking about today. When the excitement wears off. So I was just giving a motivational keynote in Canada last week or week before last. And we were talking about the emotional ups and downs of going after your dreams and goals, because we start out, and I start the presentation with an image of going up the roller coaster, right? You're excited, look at the view, you're pumped, you can feel like the anticipation is building, and you're just thinking about how great, hi Anthony, you're just thinking about how great this ride is gonna be, and you're gonna be the champion, and you're gonna love it, and it's gonna be the best thing, it's gonna be worth waiting in line for however many hours it took before you get on the roller coaster, right? And then what? You're up there at the tippity top for about half a second until you plummet down into the depths of despair. I mean, y'all know I'm right. Yeah, Alexis says it's hard to stay inspired day to day. Exactly, that's what we're talking about today. So the thing, if you guys have been following along with the hot mess that I am doing 90 days no sugar. And I'm in day like 35, 36, somewhere in there. I'm approaching 40 days. And there's no more excitement about, I mean, there's excitement when you start something new, because you start to see results. So I lost a few pounds right away, right? And then you get excited. There's excitement. We all know, y'all, all of us have seen those friends, or we've been that friend that for 2 weeks straight, all they're posting is before and afters. Am I right? All they're posting is their blog posts, and all they're posting is their new business that they're starting. They're posting their rates, the photography session. Look at my Etsy shop for like 3 weeks solid. They're just going, going, going. So much so you're like, I might have to hide this person. Okay, I don't need to hear that much about lipstick and mascara, right? Or whatever it is that they're selling, whatever they're starting, whatever they're launching. You know, that's great that you're writing a book. We get it. Or, you know, you started your losing weight. Rah, rah for you, you know. We've all seen that person. Hi, Jen. Hi, Oscar. We've had that person. And then what happens? A few weeks go by, a month goes by. Oh, they ain't posting before and afters anymore. What happened, right? Suddenly they've slowly backed away from talking about their blog or their book or whatever it is that they're launching. And we've been that person, right? I know I have, like launching different initiatives, different goals. Actually, yesterday, I launched a new service that I'm just testing out, doing personal quick pep talks to people. So if you have a friend and it's their birthday, or if you yourself need some encouragement or whatever, you can just buy a quick pep talk from me and I'll send it to you like a minute and a half, right? But that might fail miserably and no one might want it. And then I'm just gonna like take it down and like not talk about it anymore, right? Because it didn't work. Hi, Becca. Hi, Jen. Anthony says, I usually struggle with squirrel. Yeah, the struggle is so real, you guys. So whether it's distraction, which is another part of what we're talking about today, but I specifically want to talk about when the excitement wears off, because motivational people like myself, it's not great for me to motivate you by being like, hey guys, when you hit week 3, it's going to suck. It's going to suck real bad. You're going to wish you were dead. You're going to wish you'd never started. You're going to be super embarrassed. I don't want to say that, right? Because I want you to go after your dreams and goals. I want you to stay motivated. I want you to keep hustling. So it's not really best practices for us to be like, oh yeah, by the way, it's going to suck real bad. But Seth Godin, like a master, he wrote an entire book about this called The Dip, right? Hi, Patricia. He wrote an entire book called The Dip about how the excitement is going to wear off. The momentum that you have at the beginning is going to wear off. And when the excitement wears off, hi, Brandy, what do we do? For those of you on Instagram who are just joining, I'm doing both Facebook and Instagram, which is why I'm going back and forth. Okay, so what do we do when the excitement wears off? And this is what I shared in my keynote last week, and I felt some people being like, okay, like this is something new they hadn't heard before, something they needed to hear, something they needed to realize, which is this. Y'all, you do not have to have a good attitude and all the warm, fuzzy feelings and all of the happy, joy, mojo to be productive, okay? You do not have to feel like a rock star and have sunshine coming out your hiney in order to get stuff done. Gloria's giving me a thumbs up. You guys agree with me? Give me some shout out, y'all, if you're agreeing with me. And I say this carefully, okay? Because there's some guidelines around this. Because obviously we know that if I were in a terrible mood today and I hated life, which is highly possible because as y'all know, I gave up sugar. So at any moment I could turn into the Hulk and just hate everyone and everything and just curl up in the fetal position and try to make it through the rest of the day without chocolate, all right? But if I were really seriously in a terrible space, if everything sucked and I was in just a real negative headspace, then I should not get on and do a live stream, okay? So I am not saying if you're in a negative space, continue on as if you're fine, okay? That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is when the excitement wears off and you're starting to feel discouraged, you're starting to doubt yourself, that doesn't mean you can't continue to take steps in the right direction, okay? So one thing that you can do is look at the stuff on your list of things that will move you forward, things that will make progress that are maybe more like less, you don't have to be as active. So they're more like you're sending an email, you're following up, you're not creating something new, you're not doing a live stream, you're not sending a message to someone on your team, you're not, trying to write a new chapter of your book or start a new goal. You're not doing anything big when you're in a negative space. But once that excitement wears off and you're in that negative space, that does not mean you have to come to a screeching halt. Guys, I interview massively successful people, right? Like super successful people. And I love lately, I've been asking a lot of them, like, did you want to quit? And all of them are like, heck yes, I wanted to quit. Heck yes, I wanted to totally give up. There are many days when everything stinks and I want to quit. The difference between massively successful people and people who just limp along towards those same goals forever and ever is that once the momentum wears off and all those happy, sunshiny feelings are gone, they continue to move forward. Now, you're not moving forward as fast, right? Because you've lost some of that momentum. You're not doing huge projects because you're not going to have the will to finish it. You're not doing personal, emotional projects, but you're doing small things. Like for me, if I'm in a really negative space, I won't try and create something new. I won't try and write something or get on and do a live stream, but I can definitely go in and just edit video. I can edit something. I can work on tweaking something that already exists. I can send emails that are pitches, like pitch emails. Hi, Meg. That go out to new people because those are already written, right? And I just copy and paste the person's name. I change out some of the details about the dates and their accomplishments and something like that. And then I just send my pitch email to these successful people. Those are the kinds of things that you continue to take steps forward. When you're talking about writing, okay? You can't, if you're in a totally negative space and you hate everything and you're super discouraged, obviously you can't write a new chapter. You're not going to write anything good that day. So why don't you go back and edit some of the stuff you've already written, or make an outline of some of the ideas that have been scattered and you haven't organized them yet and you just want to organize them in a concise way. Or maybe look through and try and make a plan for just different content ideas, like just brainstorm, which might even be a risky thing to do when you're in a negative space. Oscar says, celebrate small wins. yes, you definitely want to celebrate small wins, and that can help get you through this moment. But I want to talk about when you're sitting in the moment. I want to talk about when you're sitting there and all the excitement of the beginning has worn off. All of your momentum has slowed down, and you just are sitting in what Seth Godin calls the dip. You might want to call it the abyss, the suck, the desert, you know, the terrible times that are going to come. When you're there, I just want to encourage you guys today to change your frame of mind that, like, just because you've lost all that happy mojo doesn't mean you do nothing, right? Now, some of y'all self-care people are going to be like, but wait, you need to rest. Of course you need to rest. If you are tired, do not quit, take a nap, right? That's one of my favorite things I saw one time. That's not original to me, but if you're exhausted, you don't quit, you nap, okay? So if you are getting to this place where you have no excitement, you have no momentum, you have no happy, good feelings, if it's burnout, then yes, you need to take time off. But a lot of people, see, I hesitate giving that idea because a lot of people, as soon as the happy feelings are gone from when they started on their goal and they started on their dream, as soon as those happy feelings are gone, they give up. They decide, oh, nothing's happening today. I'm just gonna not, I just can't do anything today. False. Not true. You can do something that day. You can do small things. You can do little tedious tasks that don't take a lot of brain power. You can do things that are almost automated, like I was talking about with the emails. Let's talk about other big goals, like, you know, obviously if you're doing something like trying to pay off massive amounts of debt and you've run out of that excitement at the beginning, all you want to do is buy that super cute pair of boots that you saw on Amazon. You know, like, I get once you get into the struggle, but obviously you're going to have to stick with some of your bare minimums. Like, maybe you decide, okay, I'm going to move some money around, but I am not going to abandon my whole debt-free plan that I'm on just because everything sucks this week, right? Or you're hit, you know, what happens with weight loss is such a good analogy because we've all had that day where we happen to have a donut, all right, first thing in the morning. Then we're like, today's done. We're screwed. I'm giving up. The whole day is written off because I had a donut. And we all know logically that that's not true. You could easily just have a salad for lunch and a salad for dinner, and it totally is fine that you had a bajillion calories for breakfast, right? But a lot of us just write off the whole day. And that's what I want to talk about in terms of other dreams and goals that are not health related. So many people want to write a book. So many people want to become an online influencer. So many of you guys who follow me, you want to be a public speaker. You want to grow your business. You want to have a personal brand. Guys, all of those things mean you have got to find a way to keep moving forward even when emotionally you're not feeling it, okay? And so what I wanted to help this situation, if you're in this today, if you happened upon my video and you're like, oh my gosh, this is where I am. I have no momentum. I'm no longer excited. All the stuff, all that mojo I had at the beginning has worn off. If that's you, here's what I want to tell you today. Like we've already talked about, I want you to try and do the small, like tiny steps and realize that slow progress is still progress. Am I right or am I right, people? Slow progress is still progress. Small progress is still progress, okay? Teeny tiny steps forward, they still steps forward. Stephanie's giving me a thumbs up, thank you. I don't know if Facebook is even still going at this point. It says people are there, but y'all silent, and I don't appreciate it. So here's the other thing, guys. What I think is so important when we're going after big dreams and goals is to plan ahead for when these dips come, when these negative times come. And a great way to do that is the next time you're filled with happy emotion and you're loving it and everything is great, to set some aggressive goals for yourself, set some public accountability deadlines that you can't just slowly back away and not talk about it anymore, right? Set up some things for yourself so that when you hit the dip and when you run out of momentum and when you run out of happy, fun feelings, you still have some things to do. You have some things on your to-do list. You have some things that you've told people about that you know you have to hustle on. So that's just, I just wanted to tell you guys that today, because all of us get to that point where we're in the thick of it and we're in the middle, and that's when a lot of people just give up. They just slowly do less and less each day until suddenly they're like, you know what? Why am I even doing this anymore? It's not worth it. This is dumb. This is stupid. I can't believe I ever started. And they give up. Instead, I encourage you to be like, okay, what's the smallest, just something I could do today? One small thing I could do that would help today. And just do that. Like, even for me, there are days that I haven't had any sugar because I am the champion. I forget what day I'm on, 36, 37, somewhere in there. Still have not had any sugar, any desserts or anything. However, there are days that I have totally flubbed on the diet. Like, I'm still eating like nothing but nachos, basically. Hi, Tammy. Like, there are days that I'm not doing well. Well, that doesn't mean I can't chug a bunch of water or, decide, okay, I'm going to just have a smoothie for dinner or something to recover. You can do something to recover. Okay, guys. And when if it doesn't apply to health, if you're working on some other creative goal, if you're trying to do something creative, if you're trying to work on your business, your brand, your writing, all of that stuff, again, you cannot create or get involved with your team or do stuff. You can't do big things if you're in that negative space, okay? Allow yourself to just admit, like, I'm in a bad way here. I hate everyone, right? I want to quit. Acknowledge the feelings. Look at them. Be like, I see you, feelings. I see you. You there. We good. But you sitting there, negative feeling, all those negative feelings, that does not mean I'm going to do nothing today. Okay? I might do the bare minimum. I may only do one thing for my goal or one thing for my dream, but I refuse to do nothing just because the excitement of the beginning has worn off. And guys, this up and down is going to happen over and over and over again in our dreams and goals. And I feel like we don't give enough discussion to getting through those dips. Like, everyone today, everyone and their dog is like, you were made for more. You are built to go after your hopes and dreams. Me included, right? Like, I'm right there. I'm here for it. I am down. Okay. That is my whole spiel. I want you to go after your goals and dreams. I want you to be your best self. I want you to push yourself, right? But we can't only talk about that and forget to tell people, by the way, this excitement that you feel right now is going to wear off after a while, and you're going to have a plan to get through that. And the plan to get through that is to, I have a lot of things, but for today's live stream, we're just saying, I refuse to do nothing today. Okay. I refuse to do nothing. Someone made that, Tammy made that into a hashtag. I love it. I refuse, #refuse to do nothing, right? Because my dreams and goals are worth it. Even if I'm in the dip, even if today sucks, I refuse to do nothing today just because I am, not in a great space emotionally. Maybe I'm exhausted. And again, you could just send one email and that counts. You could just go back and edit one paragraph. You could just reach out to one team member and be like, hey, I thought about you today. You don't have to engage, right? Because you're wearing your grumpy pants, but you could just tell them, right? Oh, Tammy says this is exactly what I needed. I'm so glad, Tammy. It had been a long time, you guys, since I did a live stream. So I hope that if you enjoyed me getting on live, I would love for you guys to let me know, because I just kind of forget about live streaming because I'm always filming video and I just kind of forget about it. So I probably need to do it more, huh? Especially with like the algorithms and whatever. So guys, here's what we're doing today, right? We refuse to do nothing. We're going to do something small. And if right now, everything popping and moving and shaking and you have tons of momentum and you're in a great space, I encourage you to set some big goals, set some things in motion so that a couple weeks from now or a couple days from now, when things are not going well, you have some stuff to work on. You have some stuff in place. You've made some public announcements you can't go back on, right? You've told your accountability partner what you're doing. I told all y'all that I'm going 90 days without sugar. I told everyone. I told the World Wide Web and my friends and family. Everybody knows I'm going 90 days without sugar. So there's no take backsies. Takesies, backsies. I have to do it now, or I have to publicly tell everyone that I just decided to bail on that dream and goal of getting to where I want to be, right? Okay, guys, this is it for me. I just wanted to encourage you because I don't think enough people talk about this. The dip cometh. That's what I named this video on Facebook. The suck is coming, right, with your dreams and goals. And I want to encourage you to refuse to do nothing when that happens. You can limp along. You can limp forward. You can crawl on your belly. You can belly crawl and still be moving forward, okay? Brandy asks, how is the no sugar going? I mean, it's basically the end times. I feel like Jesus is, the trumpet's going to sound any moment because it's the apocalypse. Honestly, it was for the first couple weeks. It was pretty bad. I hated it. It was rough. I feel like there's a lot of emotional stuff that comes up when you have such a deeply ingrained habit, right? So the first couple weeks were pretty rough, and now I've gotten over the hump of not eating sugar. But because I have, Stephanie says, I may be moving at sloth speed, but at least I'm moving. Exactly. I just missed what you said. Miriam says, I'm doing no sugar too, and it's amazing. I'm at like she's on day 60. Mad props to her. You are ahead of me. Tammy says, more lives. Okay. Facebook, if you want me to go live more, y'all better holla. Y'all better holla, because Instagram is like blowing up. These are the comments. I experienced the dip. It's good to be prepared. Exactly. Redhead, I don't know your name, but I like your tag, says, I'm proud of you. Yeah, so giving up sugar is no joke. And the other thing that's happened is like giving up sugar has made me feel like, well, I'm not having sugar, so I can have French fries. I'm not having sugar, so I'm going to have, I don't know, 85 cups of coffee in one day. So I'm having like, that's the thing, is when you start to remove your bad habits, it's like all the reason that the bad habit was there comes up. And so you have to deal with those things, but it's totally worth it. As you all know, I'm sober, and I went through giving up alcohol, which I was a high functioning alcoholic. You know, I have done this. I can do hard things. We are capable, right? Brandy says, watch the carbs, they convert to sugar. I know. That's why after the first couple weeks, I was like, okay, I've gotten over the hump. Now I need to cut back on my carbs again. But yeah, I know that's, if I'm doing that and constantly justifying that, then I'm not going to lose the weight, right? So if you guys haven't been following my health journey, I'm doing this 90-day challenge because unfortunately all my hopes and dreams are in relation to Hollywood, and you have to look a certain way, and I do not. So I'm trying to do a 90-day transformation, and I talk a lot about that in my video blogs that come out once a week and on Instagram. By the way, if you guys do miss my live streams, follow my Insta stories, because those are at least, you know, pretty much every day. All right, guys, so that's it for me today. I just wanted to tell you, if you are in the dip, if you've run out of momentum, if you've run out of happy feelings, if you are exhausted, I feel you, I see you. We don't talk about it enough. If you are going after big dreams and goals, you are going to have big emotions. And some of those big emotions are going to be really negative. That is going to happen, okay? And what I wanted to tell you today is that it's normal, that you should plan ahead for those things. Expect them to come. And then refuse to do nothing. You know, just do one small thing when you're in that space. Don't try and do anything big. Like I said at the beginning, I cannot hop on and do a live stream or try and create a quick pep talk if I'm in a negative space, okay? Because it would be crusty and sarcastic, and you guys would be like, In fact, a writer I know and love, I read some of their work, and and the work was positive. It was about going for your dreams and all that stuff. And I could tell that that person from the writing was in a negative space. And sure enough, they were depressed. And I could tell, I was like, I can just tell with how snarky this is that you in a bad way, my friend. You're writing motivational things. You're writing encouraging stuff, but I can tell, something's wrong. Miriam says, you're the best. I love watching you. Thank you so much. Meg, you needed this. I'm so glad you saw it. So yeah, guys, that's it for me. I said that like 18 times, but you know I'm long-winded. Your girl likes to talk, so I just keep going. But that's it, y'all. Refuse to do nothing during the negative times. Plan ahead for it with aggressive goals that have lots of little mini steps, so that when you're in a bad space, you can do some of the mini steps. You can just write an email, edit something, send a message, do something small. But today, guys, if you're with me, comment. If you're with me, I want you to write this. Hashtag refuse to do nothing, right? I refuse to do nothing today. For my dreams and my goals. They're worth it. I'm worth it. God created me with this big dream and vision to get out of debt, to write your book, to build your brand, to become a public speaker, to become an entrepreneur, to build your side hustle, to lose 40 pounds. All these things, you guys, your big dreams and goals. God put that dream in me. It's worth it. I'm worth it. So hashtag refuse to do nothing. I love it. Brandy's in. Facebook, I hope y'all are in. So leave me a comment on Facebook if you're watching this replay. If you're watching this Instagram live later, send me a DM, hashtag refuse to do nothing. I love everything. Oh, thank you. And guys, trust me, all the motivational, inspirational people that you watch, that you know and love, all of them go through a dip. I've asked them. All of them say they wanted to quit. Plus, you know, these people, a lot of them are married. You think that there aren't external things that make us go into a negative funk? Like if you're married, you've been in a negative funk, right? Because they did that one thing again and it sent you over the edge. If you're a parent, boy howdy, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on parenting, right? All of those external things can put you in a dip as well. They can put you in a negative space as well, even if it's not related to your momentum or whatever and it's just personal. That happens too. So hashtag refuse to do nothing. I refuse to do nothing today. My dreams and goals are worth it. I'm worth it. Even though I'm in a negative space and I don't have all that happy mojo and I'm not a sparkling unicorn today, even though I'm not in a perfect, wonderful, and some of that excitement has worn off, I refuse to do nothing. Miriam says, got to take care of ourselves. True. I'm not saying you neglect self-care, right? You may do one thing, send that email, and then nap for 4 hours. I don't know, boo. You do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. Lately, since going through all this health stuff has really affected me emotionally, I'm like sitting around reading fiction. Who am I? Who am I? I don't know, because I'm not reading nonfiction, motivational, go after your goals books. It's called the Configured series. It's kind of like Hunger Games, but not as good in my opinion. But still, it's like totally frivolous fiction. And that's something I started doing to like give myself a little more self-care and help me get through some of this like emotional exhaustion. However, that doesn't mean I take whole days off. Even if I'm really struggling, I do not take a whole day off. I will write an email, do one thing, right? Hashtag refuse to do nothing. Okay, guys, I love y'all. I love y'all so much that I'm willing to talk about these things that we're not talking about, which is the dip and the negative stuff that's going to come, the excitement that's going to wear off, okay? I love y'all. If you want me to do lives more, let me know. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment or send me a DM. Also, you guys, don't forget that I'm trying out this new thing where I do personal quick pep talks for people. This is something I saw other comedians doing, and I was like, I already do pep talks anyway. So you can go on my website, and if someone you know needs encouragement, maybe they're in a dip today, or if it's you personally, or someone did something great, and you should want to send them some funny encouragement that's like, you did it, or you want me to do something like sing them a song, like a singing telegram type thing. Go to kelseyhumphreys.com/shop and you can buy a personal quick pep talk that I can give to people. But I'm just testing this. Like I said at the beginning, this is one of those things that I may just never talk about again if it doesn't go very well. So do it now while I'm actually doing it. Hi, Dr. Laura. And I'll be back with videos. I'm posting a new video tomorrow and on Friday, I think. So bye, guys. Love y'all. End live video. This is always awkward.